welcome back to Sarah's Table. Today I'm going to be cooking for you king prawns with a coconut curry. And this dish is kind of inspired by, I suppose, my new home, Goa. And I love Goa because about 5 years ago I had my first trip there, and I'm from the Great Barrier Reef, and it's very tropical, lots of seafood, mangoes, which are my favorite fruit. But I wanted to kind of create this dish around my inspiration from Goa. So let's get started. So heat your pan, medium to high heat. We've got our yellow mustard seeds, but you can also use black or brown if you prefer, and straight into the pan. And you want to toast these off until you hear them start spluttering and you get the aroma and the beautiful smell of those mustard seeds coming out. We'll add in some curry leaves or curry patta. Toast those off. And then next we're going to add in our garlic and onion, and this is going to be the base of our sauce. I like to keep this on quite a low heat. I want to caramelize the onions slowly. If you have it at a really high heat, then they get a little bit bitter. But this is a South Indian curry, so I want to keep them nice and sweet. So while they're cooking down, I'm going to grab out my prawns and marinate them. So we have our king prawns here. They've been deveined, and I'm going to pop them into a bowl. So we've got our butter and some garlic. So make a nice paste and then coat them generously. And you can let them marinate for half an hour, 20 minutes is fine. So 2 ways you can devein a prawn. One, just basically a slit down the back and then remove it. Or if you're a little bit more and you want to keep the head and the tail on, then you can get a skewer and you just move the head down a little bit and you pull out the vein as well. So there's 2 ways you can do it. My onions are smelling beautifully sweet and they're completely translucent. We'll add in the tomatoes. And spices, we've got a pinch of turmeric, coriander. You can be quite generous with the coriander. A little bit of chili goes in as well, Kashmiri chili powder, so quite mild. We don't want this too spicy. And a green chili, keep it whole, just slit and into the pan. And for this one, just keep adding water as you need so that it kind of stews a little bit. And you want to cook it down until it's really mushy and everything, all the flavors coming together. This is cooking down beautifully. Now I'm going to put my prawns onto grill. So prawns in India are called jinga. So I'm going to get my grill pan, and we've got our garlic butter in here, and then the prawns just go straight on the pan, and you want to get some nice charred elements to it as well. That's cooking down beautifully. Now I'm going to add in the coconut cream and just want to cook that for another couple of minutes. And while that's happening, my pan is now on a high heat. I'm going to pop in my prawns. So now I'm grabbing out the chili and put that aside. Pinch of salt. Pop in a little bit of oil. And this base, I want to blend so it's nice and smooth and creamy. Make sure you don't put the lid on, especially when it's really hot, because it can explode. So they are looking good. I want to reduce this slightly so it's a little bit thicker, so I'm going to pop it back into the pan, and you can keep it warm until we're ready. Just adjust your seasoning. It's really important to taste as you go, because a recipe that I've cooked in Australia is going to taste very different to being cooked in India, because produce is different, you know, levels of sweetness is different. So make sure you taste as you go and balance those flavors. Time for plating. So in the base with your curry, coconut curry, and then we're going to place the prawns on top. Add a little bit of freshness with some herbs. I love to use a little bit of dill. And voila, there you have it, our king prawns with coconut curry. Time to taste. I just love the South Indian curries. I think they're very delicate and light, and that hint of coconut is well coming through. So a little bit sweet and fresh. I love it. It's a good one. Good weeknight meal. I hope you jump in the kitchen and try out this recipe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for a lot more coming your way.